let's get back on track.
Into my bleeding mind as it cries for the strength to repel the sanctimonious sounds of the right group, the Grateful Dead, are the black and Latino women who are 85% of the AIDS cases in New York City are being choked by the Christianic gas passed by the most Reverend Bishop Gordon J. Shane as he shouts it to us. Oh, in the name of the Lord now. And my realities have turned into a stone figuration of Miss Liberty as she stands on the corners of the world, as she stands on the corners selling her HIV-infected self to the world, to anyone who doesn't use condoms, and all the while, he's just on a throne of ego shit with DDT in one hand and wearing a crown of black and Latino children who are 87% of the AIDS cases in New York City. And I watch him relax, by playing golf with Roy Wilkins balls, with painted rusted glue to his name, while Xerox copies of Martin Luther King are popping from his skull to dream the impossible dream. Knock, knock, who's there? It's Red Brown. And if you don't open up, I'll strike it out and burn your house down. And I see Malcolm's spirit, his eyes burning red, black, and green flames, and crying tears of Thunderbird wine that seems to touch my lips and make me become comfortable and take freedom! Freedom by any means necessary. It's necessary to have freedom by any means necessary. And I begin to hate with love and love with hate. This is madness! This is madness! This is madness! And I look up and see the moon. And I look up and see the moon. And I look up and see the moon bleeding lifeless white maggots and screaming for my help as the eagle's raping claws rip and tear at his virginal form. Oh, ECs, oh, Tutmosis, oh, Shallah, oh, Allah, Bismillah, Rahman, give me your undying strength to rise up and reorder the cosmos so that man can truly understand and appreciate the cosmic beauties and realities of science and love. And he has turned the feminine part of me. And he has turned the feminine part of me into a sexual thing. Look at her standing there wearing a micro miniskirt made from the strands of Freud's mother's pubic hairs and an uncovered breast dripping blood and pus and her lips colored with the anesthetic white woman called Eva. Yet she smiles at me through the indignity of Buakana ejaculating sperm into her mind. And George Wallace mentally finger fucking you at night in his wet dreams, and her soft, wet, clinging tears of love seem to flood my heart with strength to gather all my manhood from my lower head and to put it back in my upper head. And I hear my mother's voice. And I hear my mother's voice. And I hear my mother's voice rustling in the wind, reminding me of the many times he tried to rape her of her blackness, but she, with the strength of a panther, the swiftness of a cheetah, and the cunning of a lioness, will not be caged up with other lies that kept me from being totally free. And when she came home at night, I could smell the musty closeness of his body and see his translucent fingerprints on a tired, weary physical structure, depressed from rolling off his beastly attacks. But she would smile, the smile of 1,000 black orchids at me, not realizing all the while that the anger of 100 lions was residing in my soul. And during all this time, my father was somewhere drowning his mutant plastic man himself in a bottle of cheap wine and letting that spiritual catalyst, John Coltrane, pay celestial homage to that white God who was riding his main thing. Because how can you be supreme and sing songs of black love when your mouth is overrunning with the sperm trigger and when he's died when it's going to commit suicide when he finds out that Nat Turner made love to his great-great-grandmother and he has taken our most violent and militant leaders and took lollipops up their ass to pacify their black motherfuckers. And he is beginning to assume that all of us were born under the same colors of born because